And the situation is, I mean, it was, it's more of a situation of, it's people that have, God show mercy and compassion on whom he show mercy and compassion, because he sees, the inner state of people, of humans. Like, he knows who people are on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, and my situation, between me, my Omega, I mean, it's a lot, like a situation where you got, say if you yourself as a parent, you got like a 6, 7, 8-year-old child, or, just for example, and, at school, and say they get bullied, every day, you already, and it's been a recurring thing, you've been talking about it, you went to the principals and all of this, you did everything possible. Now, say if all of that's happening and, there's no change to it. But something did change about it. So now the child that's been doing the bullying, every time they come to school, they're wearing certain clothes now. You know what I'm saying? Like certain colors that they wasn't wearing at first, now they're wearing it. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing it to your child. And then you find out when you meet the parent, then they're also doing the same thing. You feel me? Now, if you yourself, you're not, in no type of, in association with anything of that nature. But the people that's, you got this person that's letting their child bully your child, and then they're not, doing anything or disrupting them about it on purpose or just for being plain evil. So it's like, well, certain people, and so, you find out all this happening, then you learn, about what's going on, and you realize you start getting attacked at your house and, in your personal life and things. And so, it coerces, it coerces you to find, protection or safety of things that the law, and the government can't provide to you, and, you need defenses for you and your family. And so that's how the situation is. Like some people, became associated with cults, because, only for protection reasons, to protect. That's the only reason, being forced, through negligence, to be in a position of having to, try to find a way to protect, what's valuable to you. And that's the situation. And so some people, the only reason why they ever had any association with a cult was they had an interest in protecting, something they love. You feel me? And see, what happened is, if that person that was put into that position, end up having extraordinary talent or something valuable, aside from what it is they love, and they can say they got like super talent or something like that, it's people who really were like, like cult related, like straight, like really were, about that lifestyle, like really doing that. And, they took advantage of the situation. You feel me? That's how the situation happened. It was people that was, while you might have had association to a cult or something, or you might associate with something, to protect, what you love, that you being attacked, they don't have, they're attacking you with things, they don't, they're operating without legal constraints. You feel me? They're operating without legal constraints, like, private militias, but it's cults and gangs and stuff like that. So they're not confined to the law of the land or the rules or anything. So, just like they bullying your child, and then you can't do anything about it because, they might have friends that's in a local, law enforcement, you feel me, or community or something. There's also, for some reason, on the same type of mentality they on. So then what do you do then? You know what I'm saying? There's nobody and nothing you can turn to. So it's like you be coerced into, adverse realities. When, certain people be coerced into adverse realities. And then, like I said, and then what happened is people like, okay, that person they got coerced into, if it's you, and you previously had no associations of the sort, but you got coerced into a position like that. But say if you got super good talent in painting or something like that, as well, it's people that really, really, people that really lived by that lifestyle, for their own reason or whatever, they took advantage of the situation and oversell you. You feel me? Remember that concept of overselling? They started overselling, certain people in order to result in their destruction. They found out about their art. You feel me? They found out about their painting, You know what I'm saying? Or they found out about another prized possession that they wanted it for themselves. And, you know, so then it turns out the child, your child, you know what I'm saying, is getting bullied, got talent. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's another investment, you know, and it's people that's really got nothing to lose. You know, they overhype and oversell the situation, the result in destruction, you know, of you know, you and anything else that would keep them you know, separated from, you know, something they see that they want, you know, that they want to make money off of. And, you know, a situation like that. So that's a lot how the situation is. Like they was coerced into a position of having to try to defend themselves and the things they love. You know what I'm saying? Until the point where it was overhyped, it was took advantage of. Their actions got oversold. Their mouth got lied on. You feel me? You know, situation like that. Like people finesse your mouth. You know, like, you know, I mean, for instance, there's people that's, you know, in the world that you know, they is straightforward, speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just like realists, you know, just keep things real and stuff. But, you know, nothing they say was any association to any type of, you know, gang or any type of cult or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no association with it, but they were just one of those kind of like real people. Everybody know them in the world. You just got real people, you know what I'm saying, that's in the world that, you know, that's really basically harmless, but, you know what I'm saying, they speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like they call a spade and an ace. They ain't using double speak. You know what I'm saying? They ain't in the word salad. You know what I'm saying? Normally, you know, grooming campaigns and all of this stuff. They was just, you know, unrelated to any of that stuff. But when they talk, you know what I'm saying, they be bold with what they saying. And, you know, you got people that you know, that was about that lifestyle. You feel me? They see, you know, they already had their mind made up. You feel me? Already had their mind made up ahead of time about, you know, what they had an agenda plan. You feel me? Already. And so they look for situations, you know what I'm saying? They look for anything or any word that they could, you know, that the person do or say or whatever, and they could twist it and manipulate it to be something that it was not in order to justify taking them out. You feel me? You know, because that'll open up the doorway for their already premeditated, you know, thing that they had for this possession that this person was protecting or being a shield to. You feel me? So that takes them out the situation. So they have nothing but open space and access to make money off, you know, and do whatever they want to, you know, whatever that person was protecting. But it ain't nobody else that really understand what's going on at the time. You feel me? At the time, nobody else understood, you know, what was happening, you know what I'm saying, but those who were, you know, protecting. And they was not violent people, but they was like, you know, reluctantly, you know, like it's people that reluctantly get coerced, you know what I'm saying, in two situations because they being attacked by cults and gangs, you know what I'm saying, according to, you know, without legal constraints, and the law, you know, have no power. The government have no power, whether it's on purpose or if, you know, however, but they, you know, so it's no defense. You see somebody trying to like use, abuse, or do this to your child, and, you know, all of this, and so that becomes a situation. And then when that happens, when that door is open, you know what I'm saying, that brings in the room for the, what else? False accusations, lies, character attacks, you feel me, slander, defamation, you know what I'm saying, because then they associate you with, you know, like overselling, like they just full-blown associate the person, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, the bad or evil parts, you know what I'm saying, of cults and things, knowing the situation and the circumstances that they themselves who, you know, were the ones who were, you know, contributing or, you know, organizing or contributing to, you know, the circumstances that would place a person into that position. You feel me? Of having to reluctantly like try to, you know, learn and educate themselves on realities that don't operate with legal constraints, because they start getting attacked and came for unprovoked first. You feel me? Unprovoked first. You feel me? They start getting attacked and came for unprovoked first by some people, you know, thousands of miles away decided, you know, that, well, you know, we want to make money off of this and that or the other. You know what I'm saying? So we go do what we got to do. That's a lick. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole child, but they ain't even care. You feel me? They saw a whole bunch, you know, just a whole bunch of benefit, profit, you know, and for the longest, you know, it's, you know what I mean? Of course, like my old Mega, you know, she protected me and kept, kept me a relatively calm, you know, and peaceful. Of course, with my mom, and you know, just situations, you know, I mean, anybody, they can put all the pieces together at this point, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so for the longest, you know, and it was all good. Everything was good for a minute. And then, you know, these people, they capitalized, took advantage of the situation, overhyped, oversold, do everything possible, just all or nothing, you know, power move in order to, you know, strong arm a human being, like slavery. You feel me? Strong arm another person early on. You know what I'm saying? And they did that before, you know, school times, you know, and things like that, you know, like right when, you know, the school years was beginning, all the way until, you know, that's when they took out, you know, any defenses I would have had throughout that course of that time period, that gap. And then after the situation, you feel me? Then, you know, after the situation, everybody already fed, you know, eat, you know, and everything. And then by the time I come to the knowledge of the situation, everything was already covered up and, you know, paved over. And then everybody already, you know, got well off and, you know, left, already relocated out the country. So the time I found out about this, you know, so, man, it's weird like that, you know what I mean? But that's how the situation is. It's like a situation where certain people are only, you know, were in search of protection against something that, you know, was not fair. You know what I'm saying? Fair attacks, you know, and so, I mean, tough people, and, you know, like, I mean, I'm a prime example of this. It don't matter, you know, you could be the toughest person in the world, you know what I'm saying? But if you got 10,000 or 20,000 people that's in a cult, you know what I'm saying? And they have access to every societal construct, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever it is that, you know, artists that, you know, or somebody, you know, artists or anybody else that wants something you got, you know, they in a position, they have access to anything without legal constraints. That means personal information, everything, you know what I'm saying, to accomplish a desired goal that they have. You know what I mean? No matter how tough you are, you know, you got 20,000 people against one person. You feel me? You know, 20,000 people in a cult that's hell bent on having taken something that's yours, you know, without your permission, consent, and using it for themselves, or, you know, so a large amount benefit or distorting the situation. It could be information, you know. I mean, however, so I mean, that's the situation, you know. So people be like, man, is there anything out here, you know what I'm saying, that you know, defense, man, or something, you know, it ain't nothing you could do like what they say you're supposed to be able to do. So it was an agenda that was already on my life, you know what I'm saying, before the 2000s came in. So after that, you know, the things that my correspondence was falsely, you know, accused of, were things that were actually unilateral, you know, unilateral situations that were pre-planned, you know, and also, you know, self-inflicted in order to better stronger on this, you know, agenda. And, you know, but you see what happened to me, you know.